This just in, Andre Drummond no longer going to be playing this season here for the Cleveland Cavaliers until they find a trade partner. So Drummond, he's had a great season for the Cav team, but the Cavs, they don't want to risk him getting injured, and now they're looking to move his $28.7 million expiring contract before the March 25th trading deadline. And this is a long time before the trade deadline. It's still 5-6 weeks away, and already they're looking to bench Drummond and trade him here. So right now, Cleveland, obviously, they're in a rebuilding mode. It's been a bad season for them, and they got Jarrett Allen right now, who's a great player, no doubt about it, to fill in for him. And we'll see if Andre Drummond gets traded somewhere. But right now, he's going to be sitting, and that's a big hit on his fantasy value is Andre Drummond on the season. He was having a great year, was Drummond, with this Cleveland team. And he's a great center, no doubt about it, is Drummond. But for whatever reason, they don't want to play him. They don't want to risk him. And now he's going to be sitting, and that's a big hit for fantasy owners. So hopefully for Drummond owners, he plays and gets traded sooner than later on the season. He was averaging 17.5 points a game, 13.5 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1.6 steals a game, 1.2 blocks for Drummond, 59% from the foul line, which hurts, but 47% from the field, and he was ranked 80th. But Cleveland, they shut it down on him. He's not going to play, and they want to see what the youngster Jarrett Allen they got in the James Harden deal could do. And now Allen, he's going to be the starter the rest of the season. The reports come out, and Allen, he's an absolute monster when he gets expanded minutes. We've seen it this season in Brooklyn, where he was the starter a few weeks of the season. And on the season, he's ranked 70th in fantasy basketball, is Jarrett Allen, with 12.3 points a game, 8.8 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 1.6 blocks a game, 75% from the foul line, and a great 65% from the field. And in the last few weeks where his playing time's gone up, the numbers have gone up as well for Allen. 17.3 points a game, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, a block a game, 67% from the foul line, and 62% from the field. So Allen last week, I said to buy him low in my buy low video. So if you want to still check that out and see what other center options I had on there. I said it about Allen. I knew this was coming with Drummond, but I didn't think Cleveland would bench him and wait to trade him. So maybe a trade's in the works, and they're just benching him, and it'll happen this week or what. But it's big news right now for the Cleveland Cavaliers and fantasy owners, in my opinion, that Andre Drummond, they're just going to sit him on the bench and wait to trade him. I would think a deal or even a buyout is right around the corner this week. And Jarrett Allen, if you did buy him low, or if you just held on to him and hoped he would take over at the starting position at center for the Cleveland Cavaliers, you definitely lucked out here as fantasy owners. And I think Jarrett Allen could be a top 50 player in fantasy basketball the rest of the season, averaging anywhere from 15 to 18 points a game, 10, 11 rebounds a game, with a block or two a game. I believe he really could do. And as for Andre Drummond, once again, there's a few teams that are interested in him, but I don't know if they could take him on with his full contract at $28 million. I know the Raptors are interested. We've heard the rumors about the Brooklyn Nets, but the only way he would go to Brooklyn if they trade Joe Harris in that deal, or if he gets bought out. But I don't see them trading Harris for Drummond. The best way he would get to Brooklyn is obviously getting bought out. And for the Raptors, they got a couple big contracts on the books. But I think these teams, they're going to wait and see if he gets bought out, or maybe Drummond, he'll go to a team where they just need a big man or something, where I could see the Knicks becoming a dark horse possibly for Drummond, with Mitchell Robinson out with the hand injury. But big news here, Drummond, he's going to be benched until he gets traded. And Jarrett Allen, his fantasy usage and his numbers are going to skyrocket now for the rest of the season. So Andre Drummond to the bench, and Allen, he's going to be playing a lot, and we'll see if Drummond gets traded within the next week or two here in the fantasy basketball season.